Hi guys, back again with me Austin from Abba Avoid Heart. Today I'm going to share with you my experience on something that's a little bit different from my usual collection. Yes, I do have these figures. In fact, if you have watched my previous videos before, I've shared about these two guys, right? Okay, this basically the stealth version of Hiro Hamada and Baymax from Big Hero 6 movie, which was uh, manufactured and was produced by Bandai America. Okay. Now today, well, you can check my old videos for this, guys. Today I'm gonna share the normal version. Okay, there, and then this is the normal version of Baymax from the movie as well. Was released by Bandai America. Okay, these two with the stealth version are pretty much similar, exact same figure with different paint apps. Okay, I'm gonna share these two guys in a bit, but my focus today, what I want you to see is this guy, right? Now, what is this? This is actually Baymax, which was also produced by Bandai America. I'm not sure how they relate with the Bandai, which produces such figure arts lines, the model kit, etc. I'm not sure. Okay, but they do produce some of the figures which I collected, um, and they happen to release this probably 2 years, a year ago. I'm not quite sure. Okay, and this one is actually the release for the animated version of Big Hero 6. So the series, okay, which was probably in Disney Plus by now, right? So this one is a bit interesting. I'll tell you why. Okay, so my focus will be more on this guy, right? Okay, let's check a little bit the packaging. Okay, this is the movie version packaging. Okay, they were kind of placed within the 1/18 scale figure. I'll get to you on that. Okay, as you can see here on the top is this is the animated picture or photo seen from the movie. Sorry, this is the picture taken from the movie. Okay, Big Hero 6, and then Baymax, Bandai. Well, it doesn't say Bandai America, but it's stated behind. Okay, so these are all the figures that being released in this line. I only have these two and him. Not sure whether I can get the other ones by now. Okay, right. All right. So this is the movie version, and then sorry about my dog. It's barking so loud. Now the animated version is rather somewhat a bit bigger. Okay, let me move around a little bit. Okay. Now the packaging here is kind of cute. You have this is the face of Baymax, right? Obviously, his hat, and then as you can see the Baymax focus please is the animated is taken from the series. Okay, and I'll tell you the differences later on. So this is based on the movie, sorry, the series, animated series. Now they also released some of, okay, as you can see here behind is the it's from the animated series again, as you can see, which is cool. I think I watched them as well. Okay, and several figures from this line which are here. Now interestingly, let me show you something. Okay, this figure is somewhat positioned to be kind of a 6-inch scale, as you can see here, compared to this 1/18 or 5-inch scale. It's more like Disney toy box line, if you know what I'm talking about. Okay. But somewhat I felt, this is the Baymax that they have with this line. Right, here's my complaint. Bandai America is not really good with scale. They may be good at making figures, but not with scale. I'm not sure about that. Probably they're not really good. You can see here, this Baymax is simply too small to be paired up with this Hiro Hamada. Don't you think so? Right. But then I check again. Hey, this Baymax can be a good match for this hero. Why? Because I had that same complaint with that Baymax compared with this one as well. That one is good. It captures the look from the movie, etc. But it's just too small. And how about this? It's not too bad, isn't it? So here comes this video. Okay, that's why I want to share with you all the goods with this version if you want to pair it up with this one. Alright, so let's focus on the figures, shall we? Alright, first let's start with Hiro Hamada. It comes with one accessory, which is this one is a painted Baymax charging version, right, or inactive version. So you're supposed to press this and then boom, not this one, but the white fluffy Baymax came out. It's kind of, it's not much actually aside from this, and it's very hollow, as you can see down here below. Yeah, well, you can just get, I mean, I'm happy with what I have, but I wish we can have more, of course. Take this aside, that's the same accessories pretty much with the stealth version here. So it's pretty much the same figure, okay, no differences except from the paint apps. So yeah, this is the original color based on the movie, right? So nothing much. Even the face, probably the face is more lighter color than the stealth one. Yeah, the skin color is a bit lighter compared to, whereas this one has a bit like kind of tanned look. Anyway, not much of a issue here. By the way, I checked that this movie version actually was released on 2014, and then whereas the animated version there is based on, sorry, it was released on 2018. So there you go, right? Okay, so I'll just go quickly this one with the articulation. The head is on a ball joint, so you had a bit of movement up and down, side to side not so much. You have rotation, okay. The wrist, sorry, the arm, you can turn it around 360. You have a hinge there. Not much to the back. Focus. Not much to the back as well. It's hindered by this. Upward also not much. Okay, and then you have elbow bend. This much, not so much actually. Less than 90, almost 90. Then you have full rotation. Okay, so that's pretty much with the hand and arm. I don't think it has any other articulation on the torso. Okay, the thigh, you can do full kick like that. You can see the hinge there. To the back, this much, and then you can do kind of a split like this. This one is a bit hindered by this pocket. Okay. But yeah, you can see the range of motion there. The knee, you can bend this much. I believe you can rotate it. Yep, you can. Let me see. Okay, you have full rotation, and that's it. Okay, pretty much those are all the articulation that you have with this hero. Okay, maybe just quick look throughout the figure. Let me just scale it. Okay, from the bottom to it stands roughly around, I think, to the top of the helmet here, slightly above 8.5 centimeters. So yeah, around that. Okay, so that's with Hiro Hamada. Okay, now with the movie Baymax. Okay, it's pretty much the look that we have on the movie. Okay, which is interesting. Well, it's actually the same figure with this one, except that it is dominantly black, whereas this one dominantly red. I haven't attached the wings yet. We'll attach the wings on camera, don't worry about it. Okay. All right. So what we are going to do is we're going to put on the wings. It's pretty simple. You can see the purple color there, then that's where it should go, facing the back, outward, facing outward. Okay, so just plug in the pack into the pack holes, plug in the pack into the pack holes. The wings is rather rubbery, so it's very easy. So there you have it with the wings. Okay, my Baymax here is rather a bit weird because I felt that the head is kind of tilted more to the right. I've tried, but I don't think it's fixed, but it's okay. Right. Yeah, sorry if my figure is rather a bit dirty here, but it's been on my display for a while now. So this, there you have it with this Baymax. Okay. The articulation, the head is on a ball joint, so you can turn it around 360. Okay, and then you have movement on the shoulder guard or shoulder pad or whatever you want to call it. It's 360 actually. Okay, same on this one. The wings, you know that you can move it like this. Okay, both sides. The arm, you can, it does have a hinge there, but this is the range, the extent of the motion. Okay, of course you can always turn it around 360, but it is hindered because of this, the wings. Okay, but you know you can do it. Okay, it's a good thing that the shoulder pad actually attaches to the arm instead. And then you also have elbow band here, this much, not so much actually. Then you have rotation here on the wrist. Okay, so it's cool, not so bad. What else do we have? Am I missing something? On the torso, nothing much. Okay, the legs is a bit interesting. You can see here there's a gap which you can kind of move to the back, front, back and front. Okay, and then you can also kind of twist it like this, inward, outward. Okay, so those combination kind of, as you can see here, is the movement of the leg, of the thigh. Maybe it's not really visible from the front, but you know you have it, and it helps to set it up because it's very back heavy. So what I do is normally I use to position the arm like this to make it easier for me to set him up. Let me check. I think there's a hinge here. Let me try if I can do anything about it. Not really. Maybe I'm dreaming. Let me check with the installed one. Yeah, nothing much really. All the motions is more on this part. Okay, So that's pretty much the movement for this Baymax. Let me try to measure him, if possible. Okay. So from the leg to the top of his head, it stands roughly around 4.5 inch. Okay, I may be wrong, but I think that's what the reading that I have. So it's below 11 centimeters. Okay, so around 4.5. Okay, so yeah, it is taller than this Hiro Hamada. Okay, but I wish when they released this, I really was really hoping that they would release a bigger version, right, of Baymax, because if you look at the pictures, right, Hero supposedly can ride on his back, right? But look at these scales, right? Hero is already too big for him. So I thought, oh, it's too small. Bandai, why are you doing this? And it happens not only in this line. If you know Teen Titans line, sometimes they do some weird things like this as well. So here comes the new challenger, right? The 2018 release of the animated series version. All right, so okay, not sure whether I'm gonna post videos on the other figures on this line as well, Hero and the other characters, but I thought I need to show this to you. Right now, the design is very much taken from the animated series. If you have watched it, it's a bit different than the movie one. The movie one is rather all roundy like this, kind of cute, but the animated version is created more like a tank here, as you can see. So it's more rugged and what do you call it? It's kind of more battle ready compared to this one. The difference in size is not so much, but you can feel that it's a bit bigger. Okay, you can see that it's a bit bigger, and then the difference, which very visible, is from the helmet. This is the movie version, pretty much based on the movie, whereas this one is the animated version. So if you have watched the series, then you'll know it's very apparent. Okay, so yeah, you can see the edges here and there on the animated version, the series version. Okay, so let's focus on this guy. Okay, shall we? Okay, play around a little bit with the figure, and I just realized that the assembly of the wings might be a bit different. I cannot remember, but I think you need to assemble this piece just like the smaller version, okay, the movie version, which is very simple. You just have to plug it into this, okay, and then there's this version. I forgot whether this was already pre-assembled or we gotta do it ourselves, but it's very simple. Basically, the wing needs to be plugged in this way. For example, here's the back. Okay, so you gotta assemble it this way. As you can see, this is the top portion, and you can see which is right, which is left. Okay, then from this attachment, there's kind of a small tips which will click to the shoulder, the back here. As you can see there, there's this hole there, a small hole, and then yeah, just check whether the shape is visible. So shouldn't be hard. Okay, and you'll listen to the click. So there you have it. Okay, let me try. Okay, maybe I just take this for a while just to show it. Okay, the figure is substantially quite heavy. Okay. It has all the attributes of Baymax. Maybe just to compare it a little bit more. Sorry, my camera is not really reliable somehow. All right, there are a bit of differences in the pointy chest, and then The head, of course, the shoulder is different as well. Okay, it's more like a tank, where this one is more like a, I don't know, cute samurai. And the belly version, the belly here is different as well. Okay, well, this look tougher than this one, obviously, but we all have our preference. And then the shin, sorry, the arm here is different, as you can see here. Okay, so a lot of differences. I'm not sure what happened that they had to change, or is it simply just to sell more toys? Probably. Okay, so right, maybe go to the back. Yeah, it's already pre-assembled on this one. I'm not sure whether we can take it out, but you can take out this one. Okay, and it is still back heavy, as you can see the difference in the wings. You have more here, more weight. We'll see to that later on. Okay. So not the design is somewhat similar, but you can see the differences from the version of the character. All right, so this is gray, this is black. You can see the differences. All right, so let's continue on with this version. On the articulation, the head is kind of ball joint, so you do have a bit of motion up and down, maybe a bit of side to side actually. I hope if you can see it. Full rotation as always. Okay. My problem with this guy is that it seems that with the pose that he has, he cannot really look down. You know what I mean? He can only kind of look up, which is weird. Okay. Yeah, even if you use the most extent of the articulation. So yeah, that's the problem with me. Even if you mess around with the legs, not so much. Okay, you can, but still this is kind of the extent that you can have. So and it's make it harder to stand, and it's weird. Okay, I'm not sure if it's meant to be that way, but yeah. Okay, let's continue on. The shoulder is attached to kind of a pack head, so you can turn it around as well, just like the movie version. And in fact, I detached this one earlier. It's easy to plug off if you want to, but no point in doing it, right? So you can turn it around. Okay, it follows the arms, by the way, so you can see here. The arm can actually move 360, just like the movie version. You do have the hinge there. Oops, okay, I did it. Okay, so that's the pack. Okay, I take it out. You do have a shoulder. You do have the hinge there. So that's the extent of the hinge to the back as well. Yeah, it's already stopped there, fortunately. But yeah, you can turn it around 360. And then the elbow band, you have that much only, very little. And I check again, I'm not sure whether this one has rotation just like the previous version. Unfortunately, I don't think we have. Okay. There's a hole there on the, let me check whether the previous one have it. I don't think it has. It's a punch. Okay. But this one has holes. Not sure what is it for. All right, let's continue. Nothing on the torso. The leg works pretty much similar to the old version, as you can see there. Okay, so you do have this movement. As you can see, it's attached just like this, but longer. So you do have this much of a motion. As you can see, you see the gap, right? And then you have kind of ball joint motion. Of course, it's limited because of the what do you call it, the molded parts there. But yeah, you do have some sort of motion somewhat. Okay, very limited though, not much really. You have means to open the legs a little bit, move to the back and to the front a little bit. Okay, to the front a little bit. Okay, that's pretty much the extent of your movement on the leg. But it does have a little bit of knee. Okay, so it does have knee bends there, as you can see. A bit of knee bends. You see the gap there. So yeah, you do have a bit of a gap there. And that's it. That's it with the articulation. Okay, again, not so much movement. Okay, let me plug this in once again. Won't be hard. Let me try. Come on, Baymax. All right, easy peasy. Okay, let's try to scale this guy up. All right. Let's see, to the top of his head, he stands roughly almost 5.5 inch, and I think to the that's to the antenna here, 5.5 inch, and then to the head here, the top of his head is roughly 13 centimeters. So yeah, it is in the 5-inch scale, but it is not supposed to be for this character. If they want to create that 5-inch guys on Hero scale, which is supposed to be a smaller, much more smaller, even, I mean, he's a kid, right? A very young kid, a young prodigy. He's supposed to be, I mean, the other characters supposed to be taller than him, especially Baymax. And yeah, I don't know, Bandai, what's wrong with you guys? Okay, so I just, oh, by the way, forgot. Okay, click. You do have this movement as well. Okay, so off, and then you can use sort of flying motion. Like that. I think that it is a better fit with this guy. In fact, I felt that this guy should be a bit larger still, but this is, I think that this pair up, this pair is much better compared to the old pairings. Don't you think so? Yep. So there you have it with these figures. Again, I still think that this bigger Baymax is better match up with this guy. Okay, but I wish that it has the, you know, this rotation on the wrist, on the palm or anything, just similar with this one. Okay, as you can see, I will make it to have more variation of movement. Okay, because the additional articulation on the knee is appreciated, but I think if they can do more with the arm here, it'll be better. Okay, and again, as you can see, I purposely twisted this to show you guys why it will look so much better with this articulation, because it's just so limited. But again, yeah, I think this is a better matchup. Oops. By the way, these two figures are a pain to stand. You gotta try to shift the what do you call that? The balance to the front, because they are both back heavy with the wings, especially this guy. So if you stand him up especially in surfaces like this, sometimes it's not easy. Take me some time to, not very long, but it's just a bit of a pain to stand these guys up like this. But yeah, there you have it. Bandai America 5-inch line, uh, Big Hero 6 series from the series, and then from the movie, Hero from the movie. So if you guys like this video, please like, subscribe, and share, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell. Okay, you can also contact me through Instagram. Ciao.